Hello. Welcome to our Mage the Ascension Chronicle, Seattle at Dawn. I am the Storyteller, Tim Dahlia, and thank you for joining us, this being our 5th episode. We stream new episodes on the Dahlia World Garden Twitch channel every Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, and you can watch our previous and future episodes at the Dahlia World Garden YouTube channel. Links can be found in the channel description. If you do enjoy what we are doing here, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us what your avatar would be in the comments. Let it be known, this game is set in White Wolf's world of darkness. It can be a scary place. This is an adult game with adult themes and situations. There may be uncomfortable scenarios portrayed or discussed. Viewer discretion is advised. Unlike last week, I have hit the record button. So
that was actually one of my first questions.
I was sitting here wondering that myself.
Without further ado,
let us faith in you, Tim.
Let us meet her. I put it on a hotkey. I was ready for this.
Yes.
So, let us meet our mages. We are going to start today with, let's see, random 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll say, Alix.
Hello.
We'll start with you. Who are you and who you play? And let's find out more about you.
So, hello. I am the illustrious Alix. I'm not. Pronouns are they, them, and I'm currently playing Jezebel Spinner. We call her Jezzy, a member of the Cult of Ecstasy who is currently very worried about her friend.
Excellent. Cindy, let's find out more about you. What's going on?
I am Cindy. Pronouns are she, her. I am playing Inea Blackwell, Nay. She is a techno shaman who is currently feeling very deeply in over her head. She's got a lot of people she's trying to protect, and she's spread awfully thin right now.
I will see what I can do about that. Hey, Bill. Let's find out about you.
Hi. Hey, I'm Billie. He, him pronouns. I played Charlie Newell. Charlie is a Verbena and a mushroom shaman, kind of ish.
Yeah.
And Charlie is. I feel like he's like way in over his head in a situation that doesn't necessarily involve him, but he feels like he has a little bit of an obligation to help out.
Yeah. Yes. So, Charlie, how did it get this bad? You only wanted to find some answers, but instead you got shit talked by an orangutan and got lectured about world politics that are way above your pay grade. And then you were magically transported to Woodland Park. You got in a fight. You called upon the earth.
Shot.
You called upon the earth for help, and she answered. You were punched and shot, and you don't have a scratch on you. Who knows how long you can keep that up? But it does look like your attackers have fled. Though
I would flee too if somebody got shot and stabbed and punched and still kept coming.
Indeed. Jezebel,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't plan on dying today.
No,
but it seems like the
not
universe
at all.
has conspired to push the timetable up a bit. That crazy red-haired wizard pushed you through a door and you then walked into Woodland Park. A gang of thugs were chasing a couple of people. A gun was fired several times. You rushed to help, only to discover that these thugs were armed with more than a gun. One of them grew talons and horns. Another shrieked and filled your mind with paranoia. You managed to evade gunshots, but you couldn't prevent the talons from digging into your guts. Before you could successfully crawl to the door that you came through, even if it's still there, A large man seemingly put your intestines on the right side of your skin. Your outer wounds seemingly gone, but you can still feel the twist of internal damage with each step. Your clothes are soaked in blood and ripped to tatters, and your head is swimming. Meanwhile, Nay, you did it. You protected these two strangers from dying. You built upon your connection to Morrow. She guided your intent and strengthened your actions. You caused those owl shards to fly away. It's not an exorcism from their hosts. You can't quite do that just yet. But a brutal and savage attack upon their ethereal essence. They fled in fear, like Morrow said they would. The wind picks up, and a light sprinkling of rain starts to fall, and your phone rings. You answer, and it's that other girl from the produce stall, Sunni. She's pleading for your help, saying that Brad has been hurt and that there's some other guy, and then she is cut off. And that's where we start.
Okay, so how far is Woodland Park from the club?
Traveling by mundane methods, it is on the southern side of Seattle, so it would take probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes in that range. Well, 20 minutes. Woodland Park is on is more northern area, north of Queen Anne.
Okay.
Whereas the Lakashim, to your knowledge, is in the more industrial southern area.
Okay, so now's when we've got to get, and we're going to need a ride.
Yeah, are we gonna get an Uber or something?
I don't think we have time.
Jezzy is already like looking for Ubers, like already.
Yeah.
Doesn't have much money, but she heard Sunny's voice and immediately went into a panic.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to call for an Uber or some kind of a car service type thing.
Okay. Not terribly difficult.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mom's van's still back at Pike Place.
Yes, and Pike Place is
Yeah.
quite a ways away from where you are at. It's kind of about halfway the distance. Okay, so you guys are planning to make a group journey towards the Lakashim here. Doesn't take long. You guys, Ubers are easy to find. There's one in the area. Before you go, it's like, don't worry about it. If you got a friend that's in need, go take care of them. We can clean up around here. But we do need to catch up.
I will find a way to get a hold of you later,
You got
because I think this is getting really important.
He looks up at the sky,
Thank you, Con.
and he sees one of the crows fly by, and he's like, you know how to reach me.
Right.
The car pulls up. It's one of those weird squarish vehicles from some other part of the world.
It's a toaster on wheels.
Looks like hamsters can drive it. And it's got this kind of loud lime green coloring. But it's big enough for the three of you easily. Driver looks like a mid-20s woman. Just looks at you. Is like, okay, so you guys going out? Club it? She looks at Jezebel. It's like, happy Halloween?
We were rehearsing.
Yeah, we got really into it. Can you get us to the Lakashim, like, immediately?
Lakashim. Do you have the address?
I do, right here, and I pull it up on my phone.
Okay. So she puts that into her GPS. She's like, yeah, shouldn't be too bad. Let's go. And she gets car and gear. Who's sitting where?
I think I climbed into the back.
Okay.
I'm behind the driver.
Okay.
Run around to the passenger side front.
Okay. And Charlie, that leaves you in the back with Jezebel?
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
So Inea is figuring that Charlie's got healing ability, which she has 0 of under these circumstances. So better for Charlie to be closer to their injured one.
Yes. That actually brings up a good point. Charlie, you've got a still injured Jezebel sitting next to you. And do you have any ideas on that?
Yeah, I could attempt some healing here.
Okay. How would you go about doing that?
I've got some herbs in my pouch.
Okay.
I would want to spread them over the area. Like, I make a little paste of them, just smashing them up in my hands, because I don't have a mortar vessel with me, but
right. So you're
still doing it by hand.
So it's a bit of a fast casting sort of, using the materials you have on hand. Okay. And this is healing another. Let's see, Jezebel. Everybody's character sheets up. I am a bad GM.
No, you're not.
I was just doing the same.
I pulled mine up earlier.
Jezebel currently has 2 levels of lethal damage. So, for healing purposes, that would be you're looking for 4 successes to get rid of all of that. Not easy to do in a single casting. Something that you can, but you've got time. You're here in this car. So I'd say for the trip, you could make 2 Arete rolls. This would be vulgar, because lethal damage does not just go away like that. And this would also be with witnesses. So the base difficulty would be 8, but you can mitigate some of that.
Tim?
Yes.
Inea is well aware that there's probably some crazy shit going to be happening back there. So she is going to attempt to keep the driver's attention as best as possible without, interfering with the driving.
No, certainly can help. It still is considered vulgar with witnesses, even if they're not actually witnessing
right.
it. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know what Inea is doing.
Yeah.
She's just sort of keeping up a rapid stream of yakking about a fictional haunted house they're talking about creating.
All right. Excuse me. So, how do you want to do this, Bill?
I'm going to want to spend a willpower and a quintessence.
Okay. Is that you're going to do that per roll, or just for the first one?
Yeah, per roll.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. Okay. So let's go with the first roll. So you're going to spend a quintessence to lower the difficulty from 8 to 7. Is there anything else you're going to do to try and lower the difficulty? I'm trying to think if there's anything that you can do. Let me pull up my casting magic. Two pages, please. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you're not using any unique things or anything. You're just casting it, lowering. So you can spend up to 2 quintessence per round. That is actually something you're capable of doing with your avatar rating. So if you wanted, you could spend more than the 1 per turn. And that would lower the difficulty from 8 to 6.
But I've already spent 4.
Oh, okay. So okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking at your I'm looking at your wheel here, and usually I follow it by just like getting rid of the tridents.
Oh.
So I thought your X's were representative of your quintessence, and apparently not. So okay, that's fine. Just for casting this, you will gain a point of paradox, so you'll go from 3 to 4, and it looks like you've got the 1 quintessence to spend in this first roll. So let's do this, and that would make it difficulty 7.
Difficulty 7.
How does that work? Okay, 1 success. Okay. So are you going to continue on with this casting in the back?
Yes.
Okay. So the second casting, you don't have the ability to spend quintessence on it, but you can still spend the willpower. So you've got a total of 2 successes so far.
Okay.
And if you're going to spend a second willpower, that'll bring the total up to 3, then whatever you get as successes in this round.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Difficulty is still 8 at this point.
Okay.
Magic is hard.
It sure is, especially vulgar magic.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, you didn't botch. So.
And difficulty 8. See what we get here.
All right. And that is your 4th success, which is
outstanding.
All that you needed. Oh.
It's all that I needed.
Yes. Because you needed 2 to affect another person, and then the other 2 for the lethal damage removal of it. So yes, Jezebel, you can take off all of your damage. You feel better.
Yay!
You're still
Thank
not
you so
sure
much.
about this Charlie person. You're not quite sure if what's going on with that. Oh, Bill, you only needed to do the 1 paradox because this was still only 1 effect. There you go.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. I'm not going to punish you too much. But you are now at 4 paradox. This once you get past 5, that's where things get kind of interesting. So.
Well, let's try not to do that.
So, Charlie, you're there healing Jezebel. What's going on as you're doing that while the driver, her name's Sarah, by the way, is taking you to the Lakashim?
Well, I'm back here applying herbs and saying words of power.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to make it look like we're practicing a skit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're practicing for a play down at the Blanford Recreation Center.
Yeah. For this supposed haunted house.
Okay. Just for my own amusement, make a manipulation and expression
Right.
I just want to see how good you act.
Manipulation and discretion. Mage. Difficulty 6.
Yes.
One success.
One success. Okay. Sarah doesn't necessarily think that your acting skills are all that hot, but it's for a haunted house. So, I mean, clearly you're not professionals.
Also, it will be dark and there will be people screaming, so...
Yes, my favorite. One of my favorite haunted houses had a guy with a chainsaw chasing after you at the end of it. And it was just a chainsaw with the chain off of it. But it still made the noise.
Made a lot of noise.
We also had...
I asked her if I make a convincing witch doctor.
You asked her what?
I asked her if I make a convincing witch doctor.
She's like, well, I mean, you don't really look the part, but...
No, unfortunately, I didn't have my costume. I was at the cleaners to pick it up for our actual event.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still kicking makeup around, too.
Yeah, I just kind of got really into rehearsal.
All right. Inea, you've kind of been running point in the front passenger seat while Charlie does his healing magics. Is there anything that you're doing while you're in this vehicle, other than like distracting Sarah, or making sure that Sarah keeps her eye on the road and not on Charlie?
Yeah. I think I have probably also been attempting to text Sunni to get any kind of response. Because, there's some concern that if she's in a bad situation, she's having to hide, maybe a phone call, not the best idea right now. But I'm way more concerned that her phone is in several pieces someplace, and that's not great.
No, it would not.
So, I'm also trying to figure out how I'm going to locate Sunni once we're actually at the location. She just said that they were still at the Lakashim, and then she got cut off. So, depending on what's happening actually on the location, that could be almost anything.
Yes.
And anywhere. That could be a large area to search. So,
yeah, how do you track it?
Inea is trying to figure out whether there are going to be spirits that she could find a way to communicate with. I mean, she's still seeing them. To help lead her to Sunni. She had a read on Sunni from this afternoon.
Right.
And even on Brad, because she briefly met Brad. So she's probably going to look really dorky walking around in her sunglasses.
Right. Okay, so you're trying to figure out how you're going to track down, like, once you get to the general area, how do you find them?
Right.
Okay. And you're thinking some sort of spirit, or like...
Maybe specifically trying to track her spirit, Sunni's spirit energy. Her own personal energy.
Okay.
But that might be a question of trying to find a local spirit who can point the way. It's...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you'll have more to look at when you get closer to that area, of course. Okay, so the three of you traveling in this hamster vehicle. What is the Kia, whatever?
Soul.
It's a Kia.
It's the soul.
It's a Kia
Soul.
soul.
Yeah, whatever. The Kia Soul.
I've actually had to drive one of those. It was
I
not.
almost bought one of those.
It was not the best ride I've ever had in my life.
I think they're so cute. I love them.
They are cute, and when my neighbor crashed into my car and I had to get it fixed, I got one of those Kia Souls to drive around for a while. It was interesting. I felt so tall compared to my normal vehicle.
Well, yeah, it is a little bit taller than your standard just car.
And it's good on gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it is, yeah.
So, Jezebel.
Yes.
Charlie has done some healing. You're feeling better. You are still shook. You've been nearly killed. Your mind has been invaded. You still don't know what's going on. You don't trust these people, but you've got that focus of your friend Sunni may be in danger. Because this was a mind effect, I'm going to have you do a willpower roll. So
Okay.
yeah, the willpower button at the top should be all that you need. Difficulty is going to be 6. All that.
Okay. DP mod none. Difficulty 6. None.
Okay.
Yeah.
0 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
this
didn't.
this is lingering. This is potentially going to stick around for more than just this night, it seems. It is the paranoia derangement. I'm going to, for the time being, it still gives you that -1 on social rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep that in mind. Paranoia. Cha-cha-cha.
And I mean, it low-key does make sense. This,
Yeah.
like, even I as a human being would be, like, paranoid about this in this situation. The mind effect doesn't help, but it literally makes sense.
No, absolutely. So, the Kia Soul gets into the industrial area. You see giant cranes that almost remind you of dinosaurs, and the streets are cracked and lots of concrete and gray in this area. Basically the ground matches the sky. As the sky gets darker and you get closer to your final destination, you see a larger warehouse building, and it very much blends in with the surrounding area. Those of you with magical perceptions up, like Charlie and Inea, you can kind of see the paths of different quintessence and spiritual energy kind of flowing to and from this large building. The windows almost glow with it. Though the front of it is this nondescript kind of a small stairway to couple of doors with some large individuals standing in front of it. And Sarah puts the car in park, and she's like, all right, well, it looks like you guys are going to have a good time.
That's what we're hoping. We're supposed to meet some friends. Hope you have a good evening.
Oh,
Thanks for the ride.
thank you.
And
You guys have a great night. And
And
don't
Jesse
forget,
immediately
give me a 5-star rating or whatever.
Got the drill. Thanks a lot. And I point at my phone,
For sure.
although I'm not poking anything yet.
Sweet. And she's like, good luck. Break a leg or whatever.
And
Thanks.
Jesse's already out of the car.
Yeah,
this
it's like,
this whole
get-
thing is.
Getting out of the car now.
It's just too awkward at this point. You don't know.
Yeah. Sarah's got to be like, okay, that was the weirdest ride I've had tonight.
It's early October. Halloween stuff's getting prepped. It's fine. It makes sense.
It's fine. The room's on fire. It's fine.
Everything's on fire.
Tis the season and whatnot.
Yes. Now, you guys are standing on the sidewalk near the Lakashim. You can hear the low, bassy from inside. The night's just getting started as far as that place is concerned. What do you do?
Okay, so first question.
Mhm.
When I had Sunny on the phone,
Yes.
was she like having to scream over the music? Was I hearing the music just sort of distantly in the background? What was the background noise level like?
Yes. To your recollection, it was pretty clear. You did not hear any loud music like that.
They're hiding.
Okay, so Jezzy, do you have a picture of Sunny?
Of course. And I pull up my gallery immediately.
Okay. Let's go show the bouncer her picture and ask if she came out of the club.
Okay. I run to the bouncer immediately. Like, hey, have you
Hey,
seen
no,
this
you
girl?
gotta
Is
get
she
back in
out?
line.
Oh god.
We just
Sorry.
need to know if you saw this young lady come out. We're not going in right now.
All right, let me see. What's going on here? And-
This girl right here.
Okay. Chad, as we'll call him, takes a look at the photo. It's like, oh, yeah, I've seen that girl before. Yeah, she comes in here all the time. But, no, I haven't seen her tonight.
She didn't go in?
I mean, I haven't seen her.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You're the only one working the door tonight?
So far.
Oh,
Brian's
okay.
gonna come in, later. But, yeah.
Okay, well, we thought she would have gone in already. Okay. If you do see her, could you just let her know we're looking for her? This is her friend Jezzy. My name's Inea. She actually called me just a little while ago.
Okay, he pulls out a notepad from his back pocket and he's like, okay, Jezzy, got it. All right. I'll pass
If
along.
you see her, can you text me or something here? And she gives the phone. She gives her phone number.
Fine.
It's
Okay.
really important. I have to find her tonight.
Thank you very much for your help.
He's like, it's fine. We don't want anybody getting hurt. So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'll
Thank you.
text
That's
you.
very
Thank
sweet
you
of
so
you.
much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Okay, so
Gotta keep
I'm
the
going to
graces
step
up.
away so we're out of his way because he obviously
Mhm.
has shit to do.
He's working. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so when I talked to her on the phone, she was not having to yell over music. I didn't even really hear the music in the background. So
Maybe they're not here. Maybe they went somewhere else.
she said they were at the Lakashim, though. I'm wondering if they got interrupted before they even got inside.
Maybe we should look around the building, or
That's
see
kind of
if
what
we
I
can
was
find them
thinking. I
around.
was just going to
Yeah.
ask if y'all know this place, if there's a back door or something.
I don't know about a back door, but maybe a parking lot.
Yeah. I think we need to see what we can see around the building, because if they're not inside yet, then this is where they are.
Okay, and I'm looking for any disturbances in quintessence or spirit reactions that seem out of the norm for the rest of the area.
The overall vibe that you're getting from the spirits around here is that they there's one in particular that you get. Let me see. Actually, the spirit is a well-known spirit in this area. It's one of them. You definitely get a lot of, and I apologize for this, but you do see with the very heavy industry vibe here, there are definite strands of webbing in your peripheral that you can see, and always every once in a while you see crawling spider type spirits. And that goes with the territory of any place where man is heavily influencing. But you also, and this is also not unfamiliar to you with your work with the homeless, the spirit of Mary Jane. The spirit comes in lots of different forms, and in this particular case, you see kind of a lot of hippie, archetypal sort of vibes, and you can sense this idea of bliss and insight and distraction.
Okay, so
you
where
also
are
know.
people?
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
One more added thing. You do know that Mary Jane abhors violence and will not ally herself with people who commit violence. So.
Okay, so looking around, people that are joining the end of the line, do they all seem to be coming from the same general direction?
There's a couple different pay-for parking spaces, like lots around the area. So you can certainly investigate those areas if you'd like.
I'm thinking I'd like to head for the closest one, figuring that they got here earlier in the evening, so they may have been been able to get parking a little nearer.
Okay.
I think it might not be a bad idea to exchange numbers and just split up and check the lots. So
That's a fantastic idea, and I whip out a card to hand to Charlie.
Okay.
Jesse, do you still have my card?
Yeah, I put your number in my phone.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I put your number in my phone and sent you a text, so you got my number.
Perfect. Let me get a text from you too, Jesse.
You gonna do the awesome NFT fist bump with the phone? Oh wait, that was like 5 years ago. Never mind.
So I get I ask Charlie, can I have your number? I'm gonna send out a group text, and then I can just send you all pictures of Sunni, so you know who you're looking for.
Fabulous.
That's a great idea. I could give you my number.
Okay. So I send out the group message, and it's a picture of Sunni. Oh my god. my cats. Sorry. It's a picture of Sunny. And can y'all cut it out? They're fighting. Jeez. But I send out the picture of Sunny in a group text, and I say, "This is Jezzy."
You can hear the club, and you can imagine what it's like inside. As you guys go about on the city streets.
Yeah, I'm looking for Sunny as well as looking for Brad's RV.
Okay.
I'm looking for disruptions in the... Oh, that's right. You know what Brad's RV looks like. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for any disruptions to Mary Jane flows.
Okay.
And also any like nasty quintessence spiritual energy that violence might stir up.
Okay.
I'm going to send a message to the group just saying that Brad does drive an RV and give a slight, a brief description of it.
Cool. Very good.
And at that, Nay's eyebrow goes almost all the way to her hairline. Dude brought an RV on a date. Really? Okay.
Hey, I don't know if he was driving it, but that's what I know that he has.
He also likely has a designated driving primate.
That's true.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
But that's not something you can see from the outside, so there's nothing to describe that.
Yes. Okay. And no need to tell them about the orangutan yet, right?
Right.
The night's been weird enough.
No kidding.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Okay. And
I forgot about that.
At that point, I would legit leave because y'all gotta be playing. Y'all gotta be playing.
okay. So each of you kind of have a bit of a different specialty in terms of what you're searching for here. But Jezebel, what were you going to be? You kind of have that personal connection. You know what Sunny looks like, and you know how she would move and things like that. So you kind of get that advantage. Whereas Nay's got the spirit vision and can kind of get some extra bonuses from that. And then, of course, Charlie knows what the RV looks like. So between the three of you, each of you is going to make a investigation roll. I'm going to take a look at your sheets here to figure out what else is going to be that.
I have clicked on the wrong thing. Okay.
So, Charlie, you are going to make a dice pool of perception and investigation. But you are going to get a... your difficulty is going to be 5 instead of 6. Because you know the RV. Inea, same roll. You're going to do the, it's going to be perception and investigation. However, because of your spirit magic and the kind of reading the energy of the area, you can kind of pick out hot spots of violence, I suppose, is kind of what you'd be able to be sorting out. And that would give you a difficulty of 6, but you get to add 1 to your dice pool.
So +1 to the dice pool.
Yes. And then Jezebel, you, for your 2 things. You've been to this area before. And you do know the target that you're looking for. So that would be a combination of perception and investigation with a difficulty of 5 and a dice pool modifier of 1.
And dice pool modifier of 1. Hold on. I think I did it wrong.
No problem. I dropped the pen.
Die pool Yeah. Okay, you said investigation and what now?
Investigation and perception.
I have perception. I don't have investigation. Perception.
Yeah, you do.
It's
Oh,
further
it's
down in
under
the
ability.
list.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty far down the list.
Yeah, it's
It's under ability. Yeah, I found it. Okay. And then dice pool mod of 1 and a difficulty of 6.
You had 5.
Yes.
I had 5.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
6. Mm-hmm.
We're going to pull your successes here in a second.
Nice. We all did pretty well.
You did. Charlie, you got 4 successes. Jezebel got...
For some reason, I'm not seeing Charlie's rolls.
I haven't since the beginning of the game either.
Maybe they're
days,
being whispered to me. That might be...
It does say 2. It does say 2 GM next to my.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me fix that. Yeah, your rolls are being whispered to me. There you go. That's fixed.
There we go.
But 4, 3, and 4. So that is grand total of 11 successes.
Nice.
That is a good amount, spread about between the 3 of you. You separate out, and we'll start with Charlie. You go around the corner, and you go down a block, and you see the parking lot there, and inside, behind the fence, is a familiar beige RV.
Outstanding. Let's go check it out.
Okay. You run over to it, and you look around, and you see that there is a dent in the side next to the door that was not there this morning. And the LED that would use to communicate inside has been cracked.
Oh, shit. I'm going to send a message to the group letting them know I found the RV, and I'm going to knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and
I'm actually going to call Susanna.
Okay.
Suzanne, are you there?
You hear the latch unlock.
I'm going to go ahead and open the door.
Okay. You open the door, and are you waiting for your friends before you go inside, or are you going in whether they're there or not?
Now I'm going to go ahead and go in, and I'm going to, ask, is Susanna, are you there? Or is Brad around? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go in. It's me, Charlie.
As you turn
from earlier today.
Yes. And as you turn the corner, you see her kind of pressed up against the wall, one hand up. She's like kind of looking at you. She looks like she is afraid. And then she signs, "Where's Brad?"
That's what I was wondering. We heard that there was, myself and my friends heard that there was something bad going on. We got a phone call, and we came to try to find Brad because it seemed like he was in trouble. Are you okay?
She goes to sign. She's kind of frantic. she thinks about it for a second, and her hands kind of shake, and she kind of tries to type it out, and you get some of the information from the screen saying they took him, they dragged him away.
Oh no. I'm gonna message the group, let them know that someone took them away, and say to Suzanne, did you see them? Did you get a look at them? Who it was?
And she goes back to the keyboard and she squints at it, and she shakes her head. She's like, it's as if she's having a hard time remembering how to do this. And then she calms down a bit, and she types in, and you see just one big, one small.
Okay, well, that's helpful. Yeah, we got to try to find them.
And she just types out, please.
I will do my best, and I'll let you know as soon as I find out.
Okay. She looks around, and from there, Inea,
Yes.
you are walking around the far side of the building, the opposite direction that Charlie went. And you are trying to feel out, from the sense that you got in the call, that there was some act of violence or something being actively done, and it was not a mellow vibe at all. You're trying your best to kind of combine this knowledge with like how the spirits around are acting. And the further you get away from the club, the more I wouldn't say more violent it gets, but the less of that chill Mary Jane vibe you get, but no specific hotspots. And then on your phone you get this text, and it's from Charlie, and he's like, I found their RV. What do you do?
I go back the direction that, I mean, I haven't got anything to make me think that I need to be staying. So I'm going to go back toward where I saw Charlie go. I assume that he has given me the information as far as where the RV is.
Yeah. He pinged his location with the phone.
Yeah. So I'm going to head that direction. Recognizing as I do that my GoPro is still running.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously.
I never bothered to shut it down. And because it's streaming to the cloud, what it's doing is dumping older footage into the cloud as well.
Yeah, you've got a cloud storage set up where you upload videos from. It doesn't go. You're not streaming this live, but it is streaming to your.
It's going into cloud storage. So I'm actually more worried about battery than I am storage space, and quite frankly, I've got batteries in in pockets, so still good. But I'm kind of wanting to make sure that I get whatever evidence I can as we go through this. So when I get to the RV, note the dent.
Yeah, when you get to the RV
and the cracked screen.
Yeah, you very quickly pick on the acts of violence here. You do also get this is a weird mix, because you get the heightened spiritual energy from Mary Jane surrounding the vehicle, but there are those key aspects of violence that have occurred. that she is just the energy that is not there, and you can actually kind of see, if you squint hard enough, kind of a trail through from the vehicle off away from the club.
Okay, that is actionable. So I'm going to call for Charlie if he's not immediately visible.
Okay. As you get there, Jezebel.
Yes.
You take off in the perpendicular direction from where Charlie and Inea went, and you are frantically going from person to person, asking them, if they've seen this girl. And you get some lewd comments. You get some. You get some guys like, hey, well, I mean, if I don't see her, how about giving me a call? Type of
oh my
bullshit.
God.
It doesn't seem that this direction has any real solid leads, and you spend probably a good 5 minutes trying to talk up every person that you see before you get a text from Charlie. And it says, you have the RV location here. What would you do?
I go, of course he has an RV. And then I run in that direction.
Okay. You come across the RV. It's not the only RV in the area. There's actually quite a few trucks from truckers and just people that are living on the go that use this industrial space to their advantage. But this was one. But you can definitely see that this is a little bit tricked out. I mean, it looks bad and dirty on the outside, but you can kind of see like the brake pads are in great shape, that sort of thing. And you see Inea looking around and calling for Charlie.
Did you find anything about Sunni? Did you see anything?
I've got a little bit of a spirit trail.
Charlie, what do you
I
do?
don't have a good feeling about this.
I'm coming out to meet them and let them know that two people, one short and one small and one large, dragged off Brad.
Oh my God. What if Sunni was with them? Oh my God. Should we
pop my head back in the RV and ask Suzanne if anyone was with Brad when they took him?
She shakes her head excitedly, yes.
Okay, yeah, it looks like Sunni was with him when they were taken. You said that you see a trail?
Okay, then we need to go in that direction.
I've got an energy trail here. It's not strong, but it wouldn't be. It's been long enough. It's this
That's
way.
something we need to move.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
And I'm just going to follow it best I can. I'm really heavily relying on Mora's hunting training at this point.
Yes.
Because that's what she likes to do, so...
Yes. Brad's not there anymore.
Love that picture so much.
Yes. He was like, oh, wow, you got such a good picture of me. I was so young.
He was.
So young. Okay. So, you are traveling in a direction away from the club. The music has died down. Uh-oh. Okay. Couldn't tell if that was me or not making that extra. It's just hissy sounds.
It might have been me.
Okay. I'll blame you then. All right. Actually, what I'll do is I will take this moment for a small break. As we've been doing for about an hour, so take a break here. I promise next week when I stream this, I'm not going to make the same mistake I did today. Promise you. But we will meet back here in probably about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. Mistakes are how we learn.
Yeah, sure. Don't give me that Alfred Pennyworth bullshit.
Okay. Hello. Ooh. Huh? I'm worried about Sunny. And I'm also excitedly looking forward to tacos tonight. Yeah. I just got taco shop today. I thought about having some pizza. I have a couple of slices left from Luciano's. It is. It's so good. Maybe I'll do tacos and pizza. That could work. There's a lot of delicious things going on there, you know? As they should. Like 'tis the season and whatnot. I'm looking to do
How about like this? Red. I can go blue.
Oh shit!
I usually keep my color lights in the purple range so that they go along with the black lights.
While we was talking about lights, I just remembered. Yes, indeed. Mm. I normally have like a backdrop, but I didn't have time to set it up today. I got a green screen for streaming and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Bill, you got me with your popcorn. It was killing me.
I am a popcorn frog. Oh, I was just showing you my color wall. My lovely background.
Oh,
Whichever.
Well, and
Okay.
I don't mind either way. I just don't want to put more on you. You've got a lot of shit to keep track of already. So
same.
if it's any easier for you for us to do it, then I'm happy doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah. I say
Whatever
we
you.
give it a try, and if it doesn't really work out, then we can go back to the other way.
Yeah.
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 Wow. Welcome back from the mid-game break. Good for your mental health. Sometimes good for your vocal health too. Okay. Well, you guys have come across the damaged RV. Signs of a struggle have been witnessed, and through Charlie, you've got a seeming eyewitness account of the abduction by one small, one large.
Were they able to tell you anything else about who it was?
No, unfortunately not. That's all the info
Who
that I got.
who is he talking to? Is there someone in there?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
It's really not important. I mean,
Do you guys think we
let's.
should like call the police or something? Like this is a crime, right? Like this is a crime.
This
My friend
yes,
was kidnapped.
this is absolutely sounding like a kidnapping at this point.
I mean, I absolutely want to head in that direction, but should we call someone? Like her parents are going to be worried sick. My parents are going to be worried sick. I'm worried sick. Like she was supposed to come home tonight. I have to make sure she gets home tonight.
Options on the table. Call the police. Get somebody to help. Investigate on your own.
I mean, I get
what
what you're saying about getting the police involved, but then I also am also skeptical of what kind of help the police would provide.
Thinking about it, they're not going to think that she's a missing person this early, right?
Probably not. They'll take a lot of they'll try to take a lot of information from us, and how do we, other than the phone call I got, how do we
How
even
do we
know?
continue to
We don't
investigate
have
while
proof of anything.
giving the police the very little information that we have?
Yeah,
I
we don't.
think we need to go. We need to go. I don't think. Sorry, I don't think we have time for this. We need to go.
I am.
You're right.
God.
Yeah, I agree.
I am going to just start walking.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So, following Inea's sense of tracking, as she leads you down the street, it doesn't take long before you see the shattered remains of Sunni's cell phone.
Oh. Oh.
And
Oh
nearby,
no.
a couple of cellophane packets with pills inside of them.
So I pick up Sunny's phone. I pick up Sunny's phone and I think I don't really want to touch the pills. I don't know what they are. And
Jesse, can I see the cell phone for a minute?
oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I give her the phone.
Okay.
I'm going to try and see if I can call the spirit out of it.
Okay. Yeah. That would be an arete roll. It's not vulgar because it's just you're whispering to a phone. Difficulty on that's going to be 6. In this area, it's kind of a thick gauntlet.
Are you setting that up?
Oh, I don't have to. That button already exists. Sorry.
Oh, just using the arete then.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to get my screen to, there it is. It ate the window again, or the little box again.
Yeah, it goes into the main window if you have them set in separate windows. You can set it up for your character sheet to just kind of not pop up in another window, and it'll be another floating window inside the frame. Okay.
No modification to the dice pool.
No.
And difficulty 6.
Difficulty is 6 because it's a coincidental spell that requires 3 in spirit. And
no successes.
And not too surprising, you try your best to make a connection with this device, and it just doesn't have any juice left.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping to get something from it, but there's not enough left in it. I'm going to go back to trying to follow the trail because it's disappearing on me.
Yeah. The trail itself doesn't seem to continue for much longer as you get away from the club, but you can see that there are a couple of buildings that have more of a, like I said, they're all kind of industrial buildings in this area. There's not a whole lot of businesses or residences, but you do kind of see where the trail was kind of leading towards, and there's a couple of good candidates that you can take a closer look at.
Does the trail seem to lead me more toward one than the other? Because I'm really just going to stick with the trail.
You rolled well enough on your investigation checks. I mean, well above the required successes. So I would say yes.
Okay.
You come across this kind of was once painted a vibrant orange, but now it's just kind of a dirty brown with patches of gray concrete where the paint's peeled off. And there's a door, and doesn't seem to be anything special there. Looks like it's got a standard lock and latch type of deal going on. It does look like the building has a if you went around it, you would see that there would be like what you suspect to be like a loading dock or something along those lines. But this would be the building's front.
Okay. And does the trail lead us directly up to the front of the building?
As best as you can tell, yes.
Okay. Okay, so it's leading me to this building here. It looks like they went in the front door.
Okay, if they went through the front door, what if they're still in here?
Well, best case, we find Brad and Sunny confined in some way, but still alive with no one else around. That is absolutely best case, and it's not very likely.
So, are there windows for us to look through at all? Or is it just a straight up brick building?
When you look at the side of the building, you look for windows. They have all been boarded up, broken, boarded, and then painted over.
Oh my god.
And the door's a solid, like, industrial metal door.
It's an industrial door, pretty solid latch, but it doesn't, you haven't investigated if it's locked or not, so you don't know.
That's what I was just going to say. I would like to walk up to it. Okay, wait, before I do that, are there cameras?
No.
Okay. I would like to walk up to the doorknob and very cautiously, as quietly as I can manage, turn it to see if it is locked. And if it turns, try to open it just a little bit to see if there's, check for a deadbolt or anything like that.
Yes. Okay, so this is going to be dexterity. I'm going to say it's not quite streetwise. Yeah, we'll say stealth.
I was going to say I have 1 dot in stealth.
This seems like this is a checking the door.
Mm-hmm.
There. So that's your dice pool there. Difficulty is going to be 6.
Okay. Two successes.
Okay. So you quietly sidle up to the door, you take a look around, you make sure that there's no cameras or anything suspicious beyond the natural suspicion of this area. And you turn the knob, and it, not 100% quietly, but it does turn easily. It's unlatched or unlocked, and you're able to push the door forward.
Okay, before I
Yeah.
finish pushing it open,
Right.
I'm going to turn back and look at them. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. As you open the door, you hear in the distance, inside, further in the building, what sounds like hooting and hollering, and surprisingly, like, you didn't hear it until you opened the door. And it sounds like a sports arena, like a sports match almost. Just a lot of people. And there's a hallway that goes straight from the door, and you can see there's a T intersection where you can see all the way down the hallway to another set of doors leading out of the building, and then a turn to the right where you see what looks to be like bright flash, or not really bright, but like a series of flashing different types of light coming from that hallway. There's a set of stairs next to you, or about partially down the hallway as well, that go up. So, how do you proceed?
Okay. Back
Slowly,
to sensing.
cautiously.
Yeah. Back to sensing for violence. This place is super awash.
There's definitely less Mary Jane here than what you were sensing before. But there's not a whole lot of druggy spirituality in this area.
Do I see any remnants of magic having been used?
Oh yes, yes. The walls seem painted with it.
Somebody's been using magic here quite a lot. This
Oh,
place
yeah.
is falling with it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We need to be very, very, very cautious.
I don't think they'll have them where there's a lot of people. But
no.
it's also possible that they've got them separated at this point.
Okay,
Brad
so-
might be where there's a lot of people, because what I'm hearing sort of sounds a little bit arena-like. And I'm looking real hard at Charlie when I say that.
Yeah. I mean, Brad's not exactly a fighter.
That
So-
they may not care. Do you know what he was
Yeah.
into?
I mean, drugs.
So that could be some serious nastiness going on down there.
Yeah, but if they were like looking to, like, if they were interested in his drugs, they wouldn't have left the pills on the ground.
They may be beyond interested in his drugs at this point. It depends on why they're mad at him. I think maybe we might like to look upstairs first.
I would rather find, I think if they're separated, then
At
Sunny's not who
least
they were looking
Sunny
for.
might be upstairs.
Yeah, I want to find Sunny and get her out of here first. I don't know what the hell.
I think
Brad's deal
you're
is,
probably right. I think it would just be safer to protect the quiet area first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of rather we all stay together at this point, too.
Yes, please.
Right. Agreed. Strength in numbers. I don't think it would be wise to split up. If there's noise down there like a crowd, then We don't want to individually encounter a crowd.
Yes.
No, I think that's probably a bad idea. So, all right, so we're agreed. We'll go upstairs and check first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Easy enough.
As quietly as we can manage.
Yes, please.
So, with that, oops. I'm going to make you guys a couple of dice pulls for you.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Figured we were headed for some rolls here anyway.
Yes.
This has been one hell of an evening.
It's a great day, right?
Oh my god.
Like, to think I was selling strawberries this morning.
I was buying strawberries this morning.
I swear, when I finally get home, Aunt Mabel is getting a piece of my mind. I can't.
Aunt Mabel's going to want to hear all about this.
Oh,
yeah.
she will. She will. And then I'm going to the library and I'm never leaving again. What the hell?
Oh my god. I could almost feel sorry for Aunt Mabel, but this has been Nay's life for like months. I mean, maybe not quite this hectic, but goddamn.
Okay, so each of you should have a button that says up the stairs. That's a dexterity and stealth roll.
Okay.
And I am going to roll for other things.
Oh.
Yeah, let me look at that other thing.
I am concerned when the GM says, "Oh, I may work on this other thing."
Standard difficulty?
Yes, difficulty is 6.
No DP mod. D6.
This is
Okay. Okay, cool. I got 2.
Got a couple of 8s.
Oh, I got nothing. I'm so sorry,
Oof.
guys.
Wait, why is the 0 red?
I'm a little concerned about that myself.
No worries.
That's
Just my
worrisome.
contact lens on camera. There we go. All right, so this guy is going to do. Okay.
I'm guessing that 0 is red because there was a 1 involved.
Oh, there is a
Yes.
1 in there. Yep.
Yep, there was an 8 and a 3 and a 1, so the 1 negated the 8, resulting in a 0.
Oh.
Okay, but it's not a botch.
Not a botch.
I had the
Correct.
1 negating the success. Okay.
I'm going to pause for a second. My contact lens is giving me a real pain in the ass. So,
Mm.
or pain in the eye.
I was going to say, wouldn't it be in the eye? Pretty
Yeah.
sure you're not wearing your contacts on your ass.
I hope
That
not.
is precisely why I'm wearing my glasses tonight.
Oh,
I had makeup on this morning and it was getting in my eyes and irritating me.
Oh,
Excellent.
that is the worst.
I can't stand it.
Yeah,
not a problem normally.
I made the mistake of wearing glitter eyeshadow,
Ugh.
and the glitter was getting in my eye. Yeah.
Don't do the
Oh,
glitter.
Yeah.
no.
I will be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. You guys, my popcorn
Yeah.
swing is not translating through the mic, is it? Am I like
No.
just
I don't
super
think
loud?
so. I don't. Doesn't look like it's activating on my end when I'm
Okay.
doing the same. This is
Yeah,
why
no,
they
I'm
give you
definitely-
popcorn at the movies rather than chips or something
Yeah.
or pretzels.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not hearing yours, but I'm also I'm not on the
Yeah, you
the
have a
laptop
much more
mic.
powerful mic.
Mm-hmm. And it dawned on me as I was eating. I was like, "Oh shit!" So then I was trying to mute the mic while I was chewing, but then I was needing to talk too. So it was like, "Wait, no!"
All right. Now I've got glasses on. But, definitely better prescription than the contacts. Contacts are old.
I have exactly the opposite problem. My contacts are new, and these glasses are about 17 years old.
I see.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm about to have to get new glasses, I think, because I'm pretty sure I'm ready for bifocals.
Oh, yeah. I've got bifocals.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that whole shenanigan, because it's good, that whole transition period where you got to get used to this thing, and it's going to piss me off. I know it's going to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm not looking forward to.
Yes, I had the same. Yeah, when I got these lenses, the transition was different, but it wasn't too bad because I wore bifocals in high school, and my astigmatism got corrected. Now I'm back to just being old. So. What? The storyteller rolled dice.
I'm terrified now. I need for this to not result in Inea doing another fucking face plant.
Right. I see some successes up there.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yes. Okay. So, what was the marching order up the stairs?
I'm willing to go first if.
Okay. Charlie, yeah, and that makes sense. You have proven to be the most physically robust of the group.
Mm-hmm. I'll go right after him.
Yeah, I'm behind Nay.
Okay. Charlie, you have spent a lifetime being quiet. Just your nature. You look for ways to walk upstairs and not have the floorboards creak. You've been very successful at it. And you do a pretty decent job. And you get up near the top of the stairs. And you're able to kind of look up and you see a hallway with a couple of offices. Behind you, Inea, though typically pretty quiet, does not do a great job of keeping her footfalls from hitting the making a sound. The starkness of this industrial warehouse, there's not a whole lot of insulation to keep echoes away from it. And though you guys are being as quiet as possible, there are some sounds that carry. And Charlie, the first thing you see is a rather large individual in black jeans, black leather boots, leather jackets, over a white t-shirt, crew cut hair, muscular build beyond, like what you've seen in some movies, and a pair of sunglasses. And he steps out the door, looks one direction, and then looks your direction, and turns and starts walking your way.
Oh.
Get ready for a fight.
Fuck.
No, we gotta fight.
Oh.
He continues.
Always fight with y'all.
He's continuing to walk your direction.
Okay.
You have your primal vision up still. Right, Charlie?
Yes.
Okay. And Inea, you also have your spirit vision up.
Yep.
You get up to the top of the stairs with Charlie, and what you see, Charlie, is just almost like a shell of anti-magic around him. And Nay, you see a lot of tiny little pattern spiders crawling around him.
Okay.
Yikes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And Jezzy, you
That's
see
not good.
probably the biker of everyone's nightmares.
That's a really big guy.
Jesse, we're going to distract him. And I'm trying to mutter this as quietly as I can. We are going to distract him. You go see if you can find Sunni.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
I'll
What would you guys
I'll
like?
see if I can take any damage. I'll try to basically just
Soak the damage for us?
right. I'll try to taunt him, and if you can do something to hurt him, that would be helpful because I don't know what I can do.
Okay. You walk a little further into the hallway as this large man stops, looks at you. You are not authorized. State your purpose.
Why does he talk like the Terminator?
Okay. Oh my god, I just had this wild idea. Naya's going to get herself killed. Ugh. Fuck.
I was looking for the bathroom, dude.
Bathroom's downstairs.
Are you sure?
He points behind you.
So Nay is going to giggle, like high-pitched and half hysterical, like she's fucking drunk as hell. And she is going to stagger toward him, doing her best drunk walk she can manage.
Oh dear.
And she's going to aim to trip and hang off of the arm that he's pointing with.
Okay. Okay.
And giggle. We're just looking for the bathroom. We couldn't find it. Is it up here? How bright is it in this hallway?
It's dimly lit. It's not well cast.
Okay, so hopefully her camera's not really obvious.
Yeah. Let's see. This is kind of a manipulation move.
Yeah. A little bit.
But you're also you're trying to act your way through it. But this is also kind of a martial move. So I'm gonna make a weird dice pool called manipulation and martial arts.
Okay, yes, that is weird.
And we're gonna call it drunken style.
Okay. I'm sorry, that was really funny.
Hey, you get to be your Jackie Chan, all right? This is great.
I can't even begin to try and emulate what he does. Oh my god.
Hey. So go ahead and give me a roll with your drunken style.
With my drunken style.
The difficulty is going to be 6.
Okay. I got 1 success.
1 success.
I didn't botch.
And there was no botch. That's good. That's good. Let's see if he is. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. Ooh. But he did have a single failure. So I'm going to get the advantage of you. So you drunkenly hang yourself on his pointing arm. And what were you looking to accomplish with that?
Okay, so partially to throw him off balance, partially to distract the fuck out of him.
Okay.
That's actually my biggest goal, is just to distract him from really paying much attention to the rest of us.
Okay. Right. So.
And if I can tangle his legs up with mine, that's a bonus.
Okay. So you manage to get yourself into position. You grab a hold of his arm and you kind of yank his whole torso into the towards the right, and he takes his eyes off of Charlie and onto you as you swing that direction. He's like, and he says, "You are not authorized. I must." What? And then you see his head click a bit, and you see a kind of a reddish glow from behind his sunglasses. And he is now going to initiate physical combat.
Oh boy. Okay.
It is at this point. Let's get everyone's intent as they see the scenario unfold. We'll start with you, Jezebel. What are you looking to try to accomplish here?
I'm not stupid. I'm not going to last against that guy. So I'm going to try and get as far out of his eye line as possible and get past him so that I can see what's in the rooms.
Okay, so you're going to try and sneak past him in the hallway.
Yeah.
And get further down that direction.
Yeah.
Okay, so sneak down hallway. Okay, that's a good option. Charlie.
My intent is to taunt him, and if that includes a physical push, then that's what I'll do. I mean, my first intent is words.
Taunt.
Like, bitch, you want to fight?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh, don't start something with me, bitch, because I will fucking finish it.
Oh, my God. That's a really, really big bitch. Gracious.
Oh.
I mean, you never know. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have seen bigger bottoms than this one.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I may have to clip that and put it into the highlights.
I fucking love it here.
Okay,
oh my God.
What's the hour mark on this? 1:58.
Good God.
I love that that's just going to be a clip now. That deserves to be immortalized.
Yes.
All right. Well, Nay, you have positioned yourself rather close to this gentleman, but you got your legs in a good spot. I would say that you tied and you have the slight advantage, but it's not anything that's really well set. Okay. And you would know this, from your experience. Oh, yeah. But what are you planning on doing?
I want his attention off of Jezzy. I want him as off balance as I can possibly manage. with the ultimate and perhaps excessively optimistic goal of getting him down on the ground. For any length of time that we can manage, because if we can make him a turtle on his back, then yay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, maybe between my push and your tangle, we might go down.
Right. That's what I'm really hoping right now.
Yes.
And I'm really good at running, so I'm definitely getting the hell out of here.
So, would you say that what you're trying to do, Inea, is like a sweep? Like you're trying to like?
It's more like a trip.
Okay.
It's more like a trip. I've got a hold of his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how when somebody is extremely drunk, they kind of do the drape thing where they're like, because just a grip is not enough. You got to like body slam whatever it is that you're hanging on to.
So this is kind of a throw then.
She's a little bit draped on that arm that he was sticking out there, and she's kind of trying to get her legs in around at least one of his.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think
I think as far as like the rules are concerned, this would count as a throw. So
potentially.
Like,
I mean, we're talking
judo.
drunken style here, so
right. But it's judo. You're using counterweight to throw. So
right.
Okay. And he is what he is. Okie dokie. Let's have everybody roll initiative. The fun number.
Oh.
Tie.
Okay. Well, ties are just things that are happening
At the same time.
They're all happening kind of at the same time, but we'll go even further to say that.
That'll work. That could work out very well for us.
It
pushing
really
and
could,
pulling
actually.
at the same time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, all of you are kind of going to. Let's see what I will.
Very serendipitous, considering our plan.
Yeah.
Such as it is.
Right.
Now to hope we get the advantage.
Right.
Ooh.
All right. Well, that's a 1 plus. Yeah. So he certainly is going after you.
Yes.
That's a good thing. That's step one.
So Jezebel,
Yes.
you are going to try and get yourself down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that doesn't require any type of roll or anything like that. He is pulled away and distracted. But are you trying to remain stealthy for possible other people in the area?
Oh, absolutely. Because if there's one big motherfucker, it's another big one. So
Okay. So
I'm gonna try and like hug the wall as much as possible.
gotcha. So sneak. All right. So you got a dice pool. That's basically your dex and stealth. Unless you wanted to try something other than the physical dex and stealth to get down the hallway. But if that's what you want to do, that button is there for you.
I think I am just gonna use stealth because my, like, I guess magic and whatnot is tied to me singing.
Well, I mean, there are things that you can do that are singing. You also have other. You can. There are yoga movements, gemstones, and trinkets that you can channel through. Different types of food and drink, and poisons and drugs, and dance and movement is a bigger thing for you as well. So
I do have trinkets everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to the point of me jingling when I walk.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's amazing that nobody ever hears it.
It is very interesting. I can hear it though. But so let me see. Jesus, Juno. Sorry. I am going to let me see here. Where'd it go? Yeah. So I do have stones on like my bracelets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible? I'm not sure if it is because I don't have like a connection with anything the way that Nay does. But is it possible for me to use my jewelry to make myself less noticeable?
You can, with mind magic, basically create a field around you that makes people kind of intentionally ignore you.
Okay.
Like their eyes just kind of slip off of you. So you could use a combination of yoga positioning and dance that jingles those trinkets in just the right way that causes the mind of any onlooker to not quite realize that you're there. It doesn't make you invisible, and they could definitely shake off the effects with willpower, but it makes them way less perceptive of you.
Yeah.
This is an idea stolen from Doctor Who. Go ahead.
And how are they going to know to exercise that willpower if they aren't really perceiving you to start with?
Yeah.
Well, right, like this is if I do not wish to be perceived was a person.
Yeah. So what we'll say is that this will be, let's make this, you're going to be 2 rolls for this. And the first roll is going to be a dice pool. And that dice pool is going to be your dexterity and expression.
Okay. For like dancing.
Mm-hmm.
That works.
Go ahead and roll that. The difficulty will be 6, and we'll count up to successes, and that will affect the magic portion of your casting.
Okay. No DP mod, right?
Correct.
Difficulty 6.
There we go.
Oh, garbage.
Ooh, wow. 0 successes.
Yep.
Not bad. It means that you're nervous and you're not necessarily ready to do this. You can still, I would say with the expenditure of willpower, you can still cast the spell. You just don't get any of the benefits that the dancing would have given.
Let me see. I have 4 left. So, random question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a mechanic in this game wherein we get like willpower and quintessence and stuff back?
Yes.
Like, is there a long rest and short rest kind of thing going on?
A little bit. So with willpower, you can get a point of willpower back after a night's rest. You also can reclaim willpower by performing an action that is in alignment with your nature. So in your case, since your nature is visionary, if you take any action that helps inspire action towards that vision or whatever, you would actually gain some willpower back. At the end of like a story, you can also get all your willpower back. Big success. Haha, everybody feels better. With quintessence, it's a combination of like meditation at a node or the use or consumption of tasks and other task being physical quintessence, like
Okay.
coffee. Coffee.
Coffee, 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 coffee. Sorry.
Or, or in the case of some of Brad's drugs, there are some quintessence transfer there as well.
Okay. So yeah, I think I am gonna spend the willpower because I need to be unperceivable.
Okay.
I need to find Sunny and get her the hell out of here because this is not what we signed up for.
Okay. So go ahead and let's see. This is a this would be coincidental. Okay, yeah. So roll your arete. The difficulty is 6, and of course you can lower that difficulty by spending quintessence. You can spend 1 per turn, so that would be lowering it down to 5 if you wanted to do that.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me mark this because otherwise I'll forget. Okay.
Good. You're down to 4,
So,
but
yeah.
that's still a pretty healthy pool to have. Go ahead and roll.
And oh, fuck. Damn it.
So the magic starts to weave its way. This isn't a botch, but you didn't succeed, and this was borderline. I'd say you do kind of feel the reality in your area shifting, and you do pick up a single point of paradox that just kind of, it's not as bad as if you had botched, but it does kind of seep into your being. You can kind of feel that discomfort of reality not agreeing with you. You make your way down the hall, your trinkets jingling. You're fully visible. You get past the large bouncer individual, and you pull up to what is a open office, and you see, as you're sneaking by, you haven't really looked through, but you see, as you look through the open door, the feet of an standing individual, a male, looks like, with kind of well, yeah, he's got some boots on and some basic jeans. That's as far as you can see. You don't see much else when you get to that door. Moving on, let's say well, we'll give you the choice. Who wants to go first, Charlie or Nay?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I've already got a hold of him, so I'm just trying to tangle his legs up.
Okay, so you're going to try and do the push here. So let's see. Oh, that's this.
My drunken master throw.
Okay, yes. So I'll make you that dice pool here. Drunken style. We're gonna change that. What was that?
That's
don't know.
That's the dog going outside for her last out and yelling at the world. So Galen's trying to stop her from waking the neighborhood up.
Okay. Sure.
She is a crotchety old lady, and she just has to yell at everyone to get off her lawn at midnight.
Sounds fair. Okay, so you've got the judo throw button, and difficulty is going to be 6.
6, okay. 3 successes.
Ooh.
Thank God.
3. Okay. He doesn't get much opportunity to dodge this or block. So he's going to try and maybe he's got an option to break free. Defense. No, that doesn't really give him much options. You've kind of put him in a spot where he doesn't have much to go on.
Yay!
So he'll have to just soak it. So in this case, the damage, when you hit that damage button, you are going to, it's going to be strength. Okay. Attacker with dexterity does this. Okay. There we go. I see. All right. So you actually have succeeded by having a number of successes higher than his dexterity. And that means he is also thrown an additional yard. So the damage that you would do to him would be you would make a dice pool of your strength plus 2. So yeah, total of 4. So yeah, the damage button at the top should do that.
Okay, so I just hit the damage button then?
And it should walk you through.
Got it. Okay.
How many dice? You would say 4.
Okay, I can spell honest. Number of dice is 4, yes?
Yes.
2.
2. Excellent. You manage to roll, and he lunges forward over your back and towards the wall and hits it with a thud. He does get to make a soak roll and to see if he takes any of that damage.
Wow.
And
Jeez.
he takes, so he hits the wall and crumples to the ground, and then you see him adjust and then just almost immediately stand back up. No damage taken. And Bill, what is Charlie doing?
Charlie's going to taunt this bitch.
Yeah, you were taunting him. Are you that's what you still continue to want to do?
Yes.
Okay. How do you taunt him?
I step right up into his face and give him the finger.
Okay. You rush up on him and you get in his face. You stand up on your toes to do it.
Oh God!
And as you're berating him, telling him how much of an asshole he is, and you're throwing your fingers, you see that his glasses have cracked a bit, and one of his eyes are missing, and inside is more of a mechanical lens with a red dot.
Okay.
He talks like the Terminator.
So that's why he talks like the Terminator.
Yeah, he's the Terminator.
Maybe. These things are running around. They've been reappropriated.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this isn't at least not 100% biological person.
Yeah.
We're fighting iRobot. It's time to go.
You're going. You're doing what I
I'm
told you to
off.
do.
I'm going
Go.
places.
Charlie, you are trying to insult him, right? So
Yep.
that is going to be wits. It's a good insult. Empathy. Wits and empathy. You're trying to get under his skin by, that just seems right.
Argument could be made.
All right, so you have the insult button.
Everyone should have an insult button.
Yes. What do we get? There we go. Orange dice. 1 success.
1 insult, please.
We're going to see how well this insult worked. Because, he may have some feelings about this. Tie. I'm going to say tie goes to... usually goes to the defender. So, you do your best to try and get under his skin. Figuratively, of course. And he remains placid. And you see that he goes and reaches for your throat. And that's going to be the next round. So, as he's going to reach for your throat, what are you doing, Charlie? What is your intent?
I'm going to try to dodge his hand.
Dodge that shit. Got it. Cindy, what's Nay doing? You gave him a pretty good throw.
Yeah. Nay is worried about Jezzy, and she's also not really wanting to let Charlie get his head mashed in. I think Nay is going to have to try for looking for an opening to deliver a nerve pinch or other temple strike, something to try and knock this guy out. Okay. Charlie's got his full attention, but she'd like to try and disable him if she can.
Look for an off button.
Something like that, yes. Is there like a big red lever in the back? Do we need to cut a hole in his leather jacket first?
Find that little switch like Data has.
Yeah, yes.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Somewhere between the third and fourth rib.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if Iteration X ever built weird weaknesses like that into their cyborgs? Jezzy, what's your intent? You've reached the door, not as stealthily as you'd like, but you have looked in and you do see the beginnings of a person as you look up.
So, I'm on. Okay, if the door is here, I'm on the side facing the hallway, right?
Yeah. So you were going down the hallway, relatively wide, about 10 feet. You're heading down the right side, and you were kneeling down, trying to sneak by. There are some open windows. But you get to the first door underneath the window, and you look around, and you see coming up. You see the boots and the jeans
Of a guy.
of a guy standing there behind a desk.
Okay. Can I tell if he's looking towards the door?
Based on his foot position, yes.
Shit. So I think I don't know. Okay. So I'm going to say that I want to try and do the spell again. If is that possible for me to do?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm going to try it again and say like I'm going to try and like calm myself, relax, center, and then try it again because at this point I need to not be seen, and that there's no telling who this guy is, what he's got with him, and who he might be in relation to helping me find Sunni. So I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I just want to find my friend.
Okay. Okay. And let's have everybody roll their initiatives.
Okay.
Okay. So Charlie got 6. Not as good as that 11. Nea still getting an 11. Keeping it consistent. Jesse, you've got an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here.
Mm.
Okay.
Since I'm third in the order, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick while y'all are taking your turn.
That's fair. Well, the Terminator-like being. Don't know what we have. Both of you. I'll have you both roll like history or something. Here we go.
History?
Well, let's see. I'll make a. Here we go. For Inea, we'll make it a intelligence. This is kind of an occult thing. This would be.
Oh, I was going to say possibly research.
This would be hidden knowledge. Just the fact that it's on the other side of the aisle doesn't really change that.
Okay.
There's the what the button. And for Jesse, I'll do the same. Because you've been a part of your tradition for some time. You would have heard stories. You would have known things. Others know things.
And if I spend all my time in the library, like,
yeah,
who knows what you would have found?
Dice pool modifier is 0.
Yes.
And difficulty?
6.
Okay.
Same thing for Jesse.
Whew, 3 successes.
3 successes. 1 success.
Oof. 1 success. So, okay.
Jesse, you don't know much about this. This is just some big brute that apparently is, beating up on your best friend. Or that's your fear. However, Inea, you have been spending several years working with the Kha'vadi, doing your own research, and this definitely stinks of an older model hit mark from the 90s. And a hit mark was one of the technocracy's tools that they used in the Ascension War. It stands for Hyper Intelligent Tactical Mark, and they are made by one of the groups in the Technocratic Union, and they are probably one of the inspirations for the Terminator look and styling from the movies. So there's definitely more than a coincidence that makes you think, oh my god, I'm fighting a Terminator, because you sense that. And you just recall that from your own research. Now, Charlie, this Terminator, if we want to call him that, is going to try and grab you. So his arm goes out, trying to grab your neck. He has 4 successes. You are attempting to dodge?
Yes.
Yes. So for you, make you a dodge button. That's going to be... I'll grab this one here. Sometimes it might be good to keep these buttons, but you might use these often. I don't know. Alright, so you got a dodge button. It's your dex and athletics. The difficulty is 6.
Let's see. 2 successes.
2 successes. Alright. So you don't quite stop him from grabbing you. So he does grapple you. Let's see what he ends up trying to do. Okay. So he grabs you and he's got you in a hold, and you feel him starting to squeeze. You can make a soak roll, and you've got a total soak ability of 5 instead of 4 because of your earlier castings.
So the...
You didn't roll all 5, but that's okay. You still got 2 successes. You still got 2 successes, so it doesn't really matter. He grabs hold of your throat and starts squeezing as he lifts you off the ground. And you're struggling there, but you can feel your own... you kind of tighten up the muscles in your throat, and you keep him from doing any further damage. But he still has you in his grasp, leading into the next turn. And since you spent all your action trying to dodge, that ends your turn as well.
Yep.
Nay, you of course see this tremendous feat of strength. It is hard to pick a person up by one hand, by their throat. It's actually relatively impossible.
Out on the end of your arm? Yeah, that's not a thing that, no.
You have to be like a cyborg or something to do that shit.
Or a Terminator.
What are you were attempting to do some type of temple strike.
Well, what do I know about, now that I've realized what we're facing, what do I know about turning them off, deactivating them, even just temporarily, like forcing a reset?
There wouldn't be much that goes around that talks about that.
Eyewitness accounts, anything that might have made any suggestion that there might be a way to do it. Other than, blowing the thing apart. Or sinking,
a weak point of some sort.
Yeah, or sinking it into a vat of molten metal.
Right. Actually, you do recall that they had, from what you've heard, there is a susceptibility to high and or low temperatures. And that's just one of the things that's stuck with their just the kind of the mythology that surrounded them. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of the like I said, the myths and legends that kind of surround the hit marks, especially Old Rusty, as they call the hit mark 5s, definitely had a weakness to high temperatures.
I don't know how that really helps me here. Okay, well, excuse me. I guess I'm stuck with trying to hit it in what I have to assume would be a sensitive place, and I hope I don't break my hand in the process.
Okay. Yeah. Not having any.
Wait a minute. This is an an industrial building.
It is.
There is still power to it. Do we have... No, that doesn't do me any good either. Just for an FYI, as a possibility later, maybe. Are there, how industrial buildings will have those pipes mounted either along the walls or in the ceiling, sometimes low on the wall near the floor.
Yes.
That typically carry things like the electrical conduits. If the building is heavy on steam for some reason, the heat registers and things. Are any of those in this hallway? And if so, can I tell what they are?
Go ahead and let's make a perception check here. So, perception, and we're going to say you're kind of using your knowledge of, it's not really an investigation, but I would say probably your technology knowledge.
That could be.
So perception, technology. Yeah, I'd say you could roll that, and because you have your spirit senses up, it would have a +1 to the dice pool.
Okay.
Difficulty is still 6.
And you said a +1 to the dice pool.
Yes.
Four successes.
4 successes. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, so you look around and you see that there are not really well hidden or masqueraded electrical conduits. There is the heating ducts. You can follow kind of the different spirits that are residing within them. You can get a sense that yes, this is the main power line for, and there's one that runs along the wall up here, and the heating ducts are more above. Those are free. There's not really a ceiling per se. You just kind of get more building above you. You're kind of more on a scaffold than actual like building space.
Okay, so I know there's a central power line and some kind of heating duct.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously power to the building. No telling whether that heating duct is active enough for what I need. Might need.
Mm-hmm.
But the power line you said is along the wall?
Yes.
Okay. For the moment, that doesn't actually do me very much good, but it is good to have in mind, especially if this fight drags. So, I want him to let Charlie go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what's the best way to do that. I think I'm going to try. I don't really want to call it a sweep, like a kick to the backs of his knees.
Okay.
Some kind of an attempt to, again, knock him off balance and ideally knock him down over whatever, but so that he lets Charlie go in order to try and recover himself.
Okay. It's a more difficult maneuver. But yeah, you can pull that off. I'd say the difficulty would be 7.
Okay.
But it would be a Dex and martial arts roll. So kind of already have that in the judo throw.
That's what I was trying to check while you were also trying to check it.
check. But yeah, difficulty 7.
Okay, so using the judo throw button. Difficulty of 7, but no dice pool change.
Correct.
I have 1 success.
1 success. You do a very solid kick to the back of his knee, pushing him forward a bit, and while he doesn't go all the way down to the ground or on his knee or anything, he does release his grip on Charlie.
Thank God. Okay.
And that would be that. Jezzy, you are trying to recast your spells. So I would say we would redo the physical components, the movements. So that would be dance.
DP mod difficulty 6. 3 successes.
3 successes. That is better. You can now, when you roll your arete for the spell, it is going to, instead of being the difficulty, what did we say? It was difficulty 6 before? With those 3 successes, it pushes the difficulty down to 3. That's as far as it can go.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, 2 successes.
2 successes. The air around you feels lighter as you start to more confidently move with the inner workings of your mind, and you feel that you could move more freely and be less noticeable. And you feel that the spell has taken hold and works. So what do you intend to do now?
I'm going to, like, really, really quickly as I can, cross in front of the door and continue down the hallway.
Okay. You cross the door and you take a quick look inside as you do, and you don't feel like there's any extra presence or eyes on you. Your mind is attuned to outward influences, and you continue a little bit and you get to the next room and you look inside and you see her in a chair, big goofy grin on her face, empty packages at the ground. And she looks at you, she's like, Jesse! And
shit.
We will leave it there for next week.
They drugged her! Oh.
Well, I mean, she might have drugged her, you know?
Oh my God. Whoever drugged her, she loud. She loud as shit. Like, ma'am, be quiet. This is a stealth mission, girl, and you loud.
And of course, your stealthy magics don't work on her quite as well because she knows you.
Yeah.
Perception filter, a little difficult when it's a known person.
It's totally fine if she knows who I am. She just got to be quiet. There's 2 big old dudes right there. We can't get to the stairs because you loud, sis. Like,
well, she's not totally loud. She's still kind of like, Jesse.
Okay. As long as she's not hollering, we good.
She's not yelling it, but
okay, good.
We will pause there, in this part of the evening, as you have found your friend in a I'm not going to say a good place, but
a less than ideal situation.
Yes.
Yeah. At least she's alive. I can get her out and get her the hell home.
I think we got a long way to go.
I'm just glad that I'm not still in a chokehold.
Like, I could
Yes.
not let that sit.
I was not trying to do an Arnold impression, but I still wanted it to be somewhat robotic and not necessarily an American accent. It was it's hard.
It totally came across Russian dude, and Arnie is Austrian, so
little
that's
bit,
Yeah.
it wasn't so much. It was the red eyes behind the sunglasses.
Yeah, oh yeah. He's still a Terminator. Let be honest.
He's a whole Terminator. So okay, I pictured this big barrel of a dude with short haircut and big glasses like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was totally seeing Arnie.
Oh,
I just wasn't hearing him.
Of course, no, absolutely. And that's just one of the things about those particular old villains from Mage in the 90s. There are other hit marks. This is hit mark 5. So.
And I'm just assuming they get progressively stronger the higher the number, yeah?
Not necessarily. They just have different qualities.
I see.
But how's everybody feeling? A little tense?
Well, I found Sunny, so we're good.
Yeah, I mean...
One mission accomplished?
Yeah, Nate... Okay, so we got... The first half is accomplished. We have at least one of the people we were looking for, and we know that chances are good Brad is probably in the vicinity-ish, presuming they haven't just dumped him into the sound.
That's true. You don't know what sort of connections this guy has. But,
yeah.
And we still do have to get out of here as well.
Right. So that's the other piece to this. That's why I say this is like the first half. We have located one of two.
We have located one of two. We haven't even gotten back to the stairs yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we got to reverse course
and get past two dudes.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Oh, Lord.
Possibly. We don't know what the dude in the other room is.
I know, but
well,
you the storyteller isn't included in the we because that's the players.
I feel better. No, I'm fine. No, I'll keep my secrets. That's fine.
You were gonna do that anyway,
yes,
sir.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Well, I don't necessarily know what desk dude is, but I know that if he's in the office while Big Terminator is outside of the office, I don't want to deal with him either. So, one way or the other, I need to get past these people.
Well, what if it's Brad?
Well, but she's met Brad. She knows Brad.
No, it's
but
not
she
Brad.
might not know Brad's shoes.
Brad doesn't have shoes that nice.
Oh, man. He might not like
Brad.
Might not.
He doesn't. He's a whole skeezer.
Man, after playing with him earlier today, I feel bad. How you called him a skeezer? I'm like, man.
He didn't stick around to defend his honor. This is his due.
It's true. It's true. Oh, man. All right. Well, you've had a successful evening so far. And
Ish.
Yeah. I think it's a good place to go. Any questions, game mechanic wise, or anything like that that's on your mind?
I do have a question, actually. So Brad's date with Sunni, is that posted on the YouTube channel?
No.
No?
No. So a lot of the private sessions that I have, like with Scott or David or Jimmy or Michelle or anybody else, Sarah, I'm reserving as like stingers for like if I know that one of them is going to be playing in on the show, that I would use it as a bookend to an episode like this. That would lead into the other, so that audience would not be blindsided by new person. They might get a bit of a hint as to who's coming.
Got you. That does make sense.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of keeping those things on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And
His
the
RV look a mess.
and the interface for the overlay has changed a little as well. But I like this new one where I can move any of your circles anywhere I want, or enlarge windows, or do cool little animations like, you know, this. After a while, you guys can't see it, but it's cool.
Yeah. But it's cool.
But you will see it.
That's
maybe
all we need to know.
You might see it later, but I think it's one of those things that it just makes me feel like a digital wizard. So, any other ideas, comments, concerns, questions before we depart for the day, for the week?
Oh yeah, I guess it is for the week, huh? Well, at least we found her, so I won't be stressed out about where Sunny is all week. So that's nice.
You know,
I won't just be stressed out about what she's on.
She's apparently severely drugged, however that happened, but at least she appears to be relatively unharmed otherwise.
Yeah. And now that we found her, at least to some degree, she's more safe than she was. So
you've opened Schrodinger's box with the cat in it, and you've determined that it's not dead.
Cat remains alive for the nonce.
Yeah, for the nonce.
All right. Well, quantum field theory aside, I think we had a good night.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this was fun. We have got to stop getting into fights with together, though.
Hey, the way that this is like the crappiest way to start a friendship ever. Like, hey, you want to be friends? I get my ass kicked on a daily basis by fucking cyborgs. You in? Like, no.
You're not being shot at. You don't have large talons cutting through you. This is a step up.
No, we just have a laser-eyed Terminator the size of like Arnold Schwarzenegger's like evil doppelganger, and a business dude and a drugged out Sunny. Yeah, we're totally golden as hell.
There you go. That is also not a thing to clip out just to see what happens. Okay. On that note, I had a good night. I hope you guys did too. And we'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. We'll see you later, Tim. Bye. Okay.